Bold is a unique speaker series designed by women, sharing bold stories on bravery, optimism, leading, and depression. With us today, we have Verna, who you can catch at the speaker series. Welcome to the show, Gina.
Thank you.
First of all, for folks who aren't familiar with the Bold speaker series, explain what it is.
It is a speaker series designed by women for women that shares 4 stories of Sacramento women in a very unique and vulnerable way.
You say unique. How is it unique?
I think it's a different kind of conversation. I think a lot of times you go to motivational speaker series and they get up on stage and it's a lot of rah-rah, or it's a bunch of doctors giving you stats and information about subjects. This is a conversation about women who are deeply entrenched in the topic of conversation that they're going to be sharing, and I think it's going to be like nothing you've heard before.
Right, and it sounds like it's kind of going to be an intimate experience. You were chosen to speak on the topic of depression.
Yep.
Why is that?
I think there's a couple different things, but if you Google depression and you look at the images that you see, it's usually very, very sad faces. And a lot of people think that that's how depression only manifests itself. Depression manifests itself in multiple different ways with different people. And I'm one of those type of people that I suffer from depression, but I am the life of the party. I am a social butterfly. I've been incredibly successful professionally, but I also suffer from depression. So I'm going to tell my story, and it's a unique story because it's my story, but it's also going to be fun. And you know, there might be a little bit of tears, but there's also going to be some humor in it as well.
You know, that reminds me of a quote that I see, and it's like, check on your strong friends. Because you never know what someone's going through just because you see them on the outside. So that's awesome that you're going to share your story and kind of give a different perspective, a different look to what the stereotypical depression might look like. Now, what are you hoping that your story does to help other women or other people that are in attendance?
So my story is very unique to myself, and I'm not a doctor and I'm not a therapist, but my depression has given me the opportunity to see important changes that needed to be made in my life and make some very difficult decisions to ultimately build a life that I love. And it's not at the finish line. It's going to be something I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, but I'm hoping women who are like me that suffer from depression can see the changes I've made in my life, and I'll kind of walk them through the process that I went through, and hopefully they'll be able to get themselves to a place that they're as happy.
Yeah, there's definitely something to be said about you making yourself vulnerable, but then that woman or that person in the audience who can really relate to your story, right?
It's all about giving women a voice. I think we're silenced a lot of the time. I think sometimes we do it to ourselves. And you know, just being able to have the conversation publicly about depression and not, you know, wash it with like, oh, mental illness, but very specifically say depression. When was the last time you went to an event and in the headline it said depression? We're taking a very difficult topic very head on.
Right, definitely. Depression is kind of one of those things. It's not the headline, for sure. Now, you're a speaker, but are you hoping yourself to get something out of being there and sharing your story?
Absolutely. I've already gotten stuff out of this. You know, I've been very open and honest with friends about my depression. And so when I was asked to speak on this issue, it forced me to be even more public about it. And just from doing some of the Instagram takeovers and the conversations I've had publicly about what I'm doing, I've felt so incredibly liberating just in the couple of weeks that we've been preparing for this. I feel like a different person than I did 3 weeks ago.
Well, I can certainly feel your excitement and your connection to the event, your passion for it. Who do you think should attend Bold? Who should consider going?
If you're a woman, I think you should go. If you know a woman, I think you should go. If you are struggling with something right now in your life and you're not really sure what it is, you can't put your finger on it, if you're feeling a little bit of hopelessness, I really hope that what I have to say will speak to you. If you're looking for encouragement, I think there's going to be a ton of that. If you're just looking for a place to be surrounded with amazing women in Sacramento, this is going to be the place to do it.
So can you give us the details on the event, when, where, how?
So the event, we have 2 events next Tuesday and Thursday. All the information is online. You can find us on Instagram at Bold Speaker Series. You can find us on Facebook at Bold Speaker Series. And I'm hoping we put a website on the screen. Yep, there we go. bold.ticketspice.com/bold. All the information about where we're at, when we're at on Tuesdays, on Tuesday and Wednesday at the Guild Theater, and all the times and tickets are everything on the internet for you.
Oh, that is so awesome. It's not too late to get involved.
Absolutely not.
And how do you feel to be one of those women that's going to be up there?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. I'm worried that I'm going to cry, but that's okay because this is what this is all about. But I feel so incredibly honored to be a part of this kickoff series, and I'm just really looking forward to connecting with women.
Well, thank you for coming on and sharing a little bit of your story here today.
Thank you for having me.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.